So I want to look at how big of a victory this was, because we saw that you were 2-2 and he was 2-2 during the attack, but was his army as big as yours? How much money did he spend relative to how much money you spent? Because if you won by spending a whole crap ton more money than him, then that's great. That's how you like to win. That's the best way to win. But it's not nearly as impressive militarily as the alternative, which is that you both spent the same amount and you won because your positioning and composition in micro was better than his. So now he knows you're coming, so he's going to throw every penny he can into military, military, military. Good job, good job, good job. Here comes the attack. Alright, and now. Okay. Spending at this point, you were ahead of him by a lot. I think this whole game, and this is common. This is really common. Whenever I watch my own replays, and I do this, I come right to the crucial battle and I pause it and look at the spending. If I've spent more, I tend to win, and if I've spent less, I tend to lose. And it's that simple and it's that obvious, but seriously, in TVZ, if he gets more money than you and spends it on a bigger army than you, it's really hard to win. Really hard to win unless he spent it all on mutas. So this is great. This income differential really came down to how well you did keeping up on workers, and most importantly, that great early harass in the very beginning. When he chose not to get gas and not to get ling speed, that was just a suicidal, stupid move on his part. You can't get by without either roaches or ling speed on this map with 2 sunkens in this position. It's just completely silly. So yeah, he made that kind of huge blunder, and you really exploited it and made him pay, and good times. Good frickin' times. Actually, you were way behind on SCVs in the beginning. Wow. But look, your income is way higher than his. He did something really wrong. He's got 40 workers and no income. What is going on? Anyway. Yeah, look at this. You're at 1,700 and he's at 1,000. Yeah, so a benchmark I've tended to remember is a lot of times we get into this situation where it all came down to income, and I wonder to myself, is this because he sucked or because I did really well? And something I've noticed is that at 10 minutes, right, Terran wants to be 44. And it's easy to remember your own benchmarks, what you want to do, because you do it every game. You're the man. But one thing that's hard to remember, and that I've been trying to remember, is the zerg benchmarks. A really well-played zerg economic dude will have between 44 and 52 workers by 10 minutes. I've seen someone get 52, but because you have 2 mules, if you have 44 and he has 52, you're still even. So I've never ever seen a game in which a zerg got more than 52 workers by 10 minutes, and so I've never seen a game in which a zerg could possibly have out-econned a Terran, a fast-expanding Terran, unless the Terran totally screwed up. So just because of the 2-Rax opener's powerful nature and the economy that we can pull with 2 mules and a bunch of workers, it's really hard for a Zerg to compete. And the only chance they get to compete is getting this 3rd up really quick, because now you're completely max saturation on 2 bases, and your income's going to start to drop and drop and drop as you lose mineral chunks over here. And he's got a 3rd and you don't. And in almost every situation, he's going to get a 3rd and you aren't. Just because Zerg has map control until you can win the first battle. Because you can't just push out to midfield and start moving around, because as your guys are moving, they're all clumped up and they just die to fungal growths. We have very specific limitations on when and where we can fight and have it be reasonable. I love that battle. We just did a great job with that, with the positioning. Anyway, that's all I have to say.